My name is Pascal Uche. I'm a deacon of the Holy Roman Catholic Church and a deacon for the Diocese of Brentwood. And I'm really excited because I'm less than 5 months away from being ordained a Catholic priest. And that journey begins way back 30 years ago at my baptism. 2 lovely parents that took me to church and taught me how to pray. And at different points in my life, the Lord really has intervened to draw me into the adventure of following Him. I feel like I can compare my vocation story and my yes to the Lord as being like a seed that He planted a long time ago, and I've become aware of its growth in different ways. Maybe where He first planted it was when there were certain difficulties in family life, and God was the constant in the midst of all that change, and it made me think about how I wanted to spend my life, what I was going to do. And in a really gentle way, I feel like the Lord allowed that seed to kind of grow secretly to the point where I could own that call and say that yes, I want to follow you, Lord. And I think this was Our Lady's example to us. Being close to Jesus was really where the joy was. This year is really exciting for us here in the church in England because we're rededicating our whole country as Our Lady's Dowry back to Our Lady. Her journey, we know, begins in a special way at the Annunciation, where God began and invited her to this wonderful adventure. One that she, at that moment, was saying yes to what the angel was declaring, but couldn't know like the full details of that and what that would mean for her whole life. And for me, that's quite exciting as well, because when God invites us to something, and even as I feel Him invite me to the priesthood, I haven't got a clue what that's really going to look like. But underneath that, there's a real certainty that God only wants my good and that He wants to bring about something wonderful through me, but He's also going to do something wonderful for me. And that was Our Lady's song, "The Almighty has done great things for me," and through her, done great things for all of us. You know, Mary's so much an important part of my spiritual life as an example of how to humbly, beautifully live out the will of God. John Paul II said that our faith is a noble and authentic adventure, an adventure that begins with an invitation from a God who loves us so deeply, so radically. That's what we're considering this year. Are we going to say yes and be ready to embark upon the adventure that God has specifically in mind for us, for our families, for the church, for the world?